What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Force of Nature. In the previous episode, we had made ourselves some butter, because butter makes everything better. I love butter. I'll put butter on anything. I'll put butter on cereal. I don't give a damn. It's all delicious to me. Every last bit of it. All day, every day, Winston. All day, every day. Not enough resources. Am I out of water? Gotta be out of agua. That's what it's gotta be. My agua frio, unfortunately, is all out. Alright, so we'll take this over here. Perfect. Alright, so we've taken care of that. In today's episode, the hope would be that we can get our second portal made so that it will allow us. So this takes, 2 gold ingots. Okay, that's not as bad. 2 tin ingots. A screwdriver, which is kind of a weird tool. Oh, they don't put enough slots on the craft table, though? Oh, see, they need to fix that, too. There needs to be enough slots to where you could have one of every tool on the table, because I think that's going to force me to, like, take one of these off and put another one on, and that's just the kind of thing that the player shouldn't have to do. Once they craft it and it's been, like, installed inside the table, it should just be there, unless you need to move it for, like, organizational purposes. All right, well, we need some gold. I can do that. We need some tin. I can do that. We need some glass. I have no idea how we get the glass. We get the glass in the blast furnace. That makes sense. I figured it probably had to do with melting sand in one way or another. So let's go ahead and actually we'll get the cooking going first for right now. So blast furnace. I would like you to make me a gold ingot. 2, please. Today's episode will more than likely be a fair bit of resource acquisition, just because we need to chop trees and stuff like that, otherwise we're not going to have enough things to get the task done that I want to get done. Oh my god, my cat is doing something crazy right now. He's a crazy person. He's a crazy person. I say that because I treat my cats like crazy people. Oh, I see what it is. He wants himself, there's a bottle cap up on top of the desk, and bottle caps are both his favorite toy and my dog's favorite toy. They both really, really, really like bottle caps. Oh, you dropped it, you genius. Maybe he meant to do that. I don't know if he meant to do it or if that was an accident, but it didn't look like it didn't look like he did it on purpose. It looked like he was like, oops, and he just like spit it out. But yeah, my cat's trying to do cute shit right now. Unfortunately, while doing the cute shit, he's also walking on top of things that I'm actively working with, like bumping my interface and whatnot. I don't like it when people bump my interface, yo. My interface is for me alone, and the people that I choose to share my interface with. So don't bump my interface unless I know you like that. That's harassment. That is harassment. I will file paperwork, son. I will file paperwork. I will grab some seeds. Oh, there's seeds over here. Free seeds. Free seeds. Okay, so I'll take some free seeds. Yup. All that free seed that I'm about to shove into my mouth. God, how do these episodes become so disgusting so rapidly? Let's see here. 107. Cool. Or I guess not disgusting. I suppose it would be more, well, innuendo-laden. Yay! Gold ingot is done. So that's good. Let me get some stamina back, though. So our stamina meter's looking straight. Jank nasty. Alright, so we got 2 of those. I'm going to need some tin. I'm going to need all kinds of stuff here. So I think I'm going to have to store up some of these things as well, just so we can keep things moving. Water is done, so continue grabbing that. We've only got 5 water right now. Sheep is done with its wool. I don't know what the wool is good for. My hope would be that later on we can actually craft ourselves some clothing, like some tunics or some defensive objects or something. Milk is done on that one. We'll go ahead and shove some more water inside the cow. We actually have to give it a water enema, otherwise it won't lay cow eggs, which are full of delicious milk. Yay, cow eggs. Got coffee. I've got coffee seeds. That's a little bit of iron ore right there. We need ash now. We need ash. So let's select that. We're only going to do 5 because I may need the remainder in order to complete the next level. That does move it around a little bit though. And then alternatively, I needed to craft myself some more coal, because that's been a limiting reagent for a lot of the stuff we've been trying to do over the course of the game. It's just like I never have enough of it. So for you... Oop, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so we'll select you. Give me like 30 coal there. Need like 30 coal there. I'm actually going to take the logs. I'm going to dump them over here so that they're already like ready and available when I need them. And then for some of this stuff, I have a ton of meat, so we might as well fry some meat right now too, so that I got that top-notch healing going on. That healing that's just like developing Minecraft and being like a member of the community and whatnot and kicking off entire YouTube genres and shit. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be top-notch. I want it to be top-notch. Take that. Continue feeding you. I think water is probably done again by now. Yes, it is. Take that. Is milk done? Milk done? Yes, it is. Good. Then I will feed you some more. And as far as the milk goes, why I wanted the milk was that... Oh, I'm crafting ash over on this side. That's going to take a little while till it's done. Let me take a look at my constructions with a dugout. That's going to take us a pretty large amount of things. And frankly, the little buildings are doing us for right now, so probably won't mess with it too much. What I do want to do, though, is if we take a look inside of here, I do not want to use my iron ingots to do this, so hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I was going to say, use the copper ingots. I'm going to get some more nails ready to go for later, because nails are super useful. And then we are going to go out here and we're going to see if we can find ourselves access to, like, tin, or I think there was tin, like, straight to the north. And so I'd like to get my hands on that. There it is right there. So we got a big old field of tin right here. Should be able to get more than enough for the future by chipping away at this rock. And right now we're just waiting for ash to get done anyway, so it's not like we've really got any important operational business to finish off at the moment. Yeah, a little bit of tin ore right there, sure. Absolutely. Ooh, I'm in a position where I just get to keep chopping. I gotta spam my 8 key though to get my stamina back. I think the little stones are actually better for the farming than the bigger stones, because the bigger stones, you don't seem to get as much of a yield when they explode at the end, whereas with the little stones, they die faster, and then on top of that, they spit out way more stuff once they die. How much tin am I sitting on right now? I'm sitting on 3 tin at the moment. That is probably not going to be enough. I think it takes us like 5 for each smelt, so we're going to need quite a bit more to make this happen, Captain. Unfortunately, most of what we seem to be pulling out of here is just normal default stone. I think it's probably due to the fact that we're using a subpar pick. I was really hoping metal tools would be available by now in our level up process. By this point in the game, I would hope, but everything is just so gated. Like, everything is really, really gated in this game. Like, on one hand, I can understand it. Like, I get why it's gated, because you want players to spend time with the lower level stuff before they get to the higher level stuff. But at the same time, I do think that removes some of the sandbox elements of the game. Where, like, if I want to leapfrog straight from stone up to, like, steel or whatever, hey, if you put in the prep work, go for it. Each one of these is giving me, like, 1 tin. We are not getting super amazing yields out of this. Got more copper coins, too, because I figured they're going to hit me up for something in just a minute. I got to get that screwdriver done, too. We got all kinds of weird projects happening right now. I had to go buy more tools for my new house when I was moving in, so I know how that goes. You'd be sitting over at the Home Depot trying to figure out, like, what you want to buy, what you think you still have. I don't know. I didn't have a toolkit at my old house. I just had random assortments of tools in, like, plastic bags laying around everywhere. And a lot of them have been misplaced or lost, like, important parts over the last 10 years or so. And so I was like, alright, so I bought a toolbox, and I was like, alright, so I'm going to get, like, full tool sets right now. They're in, like, little storage pockets and whatnot, so that I don't lose all the bits and everything else. I made that mistake in my younger youth. It's weird how as you get older, the bar changes for what you think youth is. Like, I'm, like, 30 years old right now, and I'm like, oh, 30's not that old, but when I was 18, I was like, shit, 30's hella old. It's a little depressing. It's a little depressing. You're like, oh, my God. Time just disappears. It disappears, Nerdcastle. It vanishes. It runs away on you. It really sincerely do. I'm not trying to get in any fights right now, so hopefully nobody tries to pick one. It's one of those times where I'm 100% not looking for trouble. So if they try to run up on me, they're going to go home black and blue. Because I'm fierce like that. I'm fierce. And I got dark motives. Dark motives. Yeah, let's keep feeding the sheep because I got this weird feeling that in the next tier we're going to need like a gajillion more. So in order for me to do a second gate, I need more sand. And then I also need to blast furnace up a few more things. Oof. Oh, man. I still got to blast furnace up a whole bunch of sand out here, too. So I guess I'll get to work on that, although I think it's probably 5 per glass, maybe. This might take a little while to get done. Let me restore a bit more sand. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of sunflower seeds. Man, I'm going to be exasperated like a baseball player. Just out of sunflower seeds, not knowing what I'm going to do with my time if I keep this up. I timed it wrong. Now he's trying to uppercut the sand like it said something about his mama. Like it was talking trash about his wifey. Talk trash about the wifey, lose your lifey. How much sand does that put me at? That's got me sitting in... We'll just get the one more because I'd like it to be on an evenly divisible number. I ain't got no coal neither, so we should probably go in on that too. Alright, so for the construction, let me check it one more time and make sure that I know what I'm going for here because there's actually a pretty solid laundry list of bullshit that I need in order to make this work. We have, so, recipes. In order to make a compass, I need a 4 glass. Okay, I need another copper ingot. 2 tin ingots, but we should be on the right track to get this finished off here. And then, it's just going to be farming, although the screwdriver is also an interesting point we could probably apply ourselves to. Yeah, make me a screwdriver real fast. That'll probably take a little bit of time, but no worries. I got shit going on anyways. We've got 40 nails right there that have now been added to our inventory with the strawberry seeds, the glowing embers. Inside the blast furnace, this is going to take a long-ass time. Oh, I don't have enough coal. Alright, well, we'll start it right now because smelting things tends to take a while. Tends to be a little bit of a project, if you know what I mean. Chop this tree down. Get some more wood. I may make myself another coal furnace, too, just so we're making even more coal. Because that seems to be a real slow craft. And one that I don't particularly like waiting around for. Give me the coconuts. Where are the coconuts at? Yeah, let me have those. And we'll just call that a stamina restorant right now. Surprised by how many items actually restore health, but very, very few actually restore stamina. Gotta be careful about that. There's another tree down. I'm gonna give us a few more coconuts, which is fantastic because my stamina is looking like garbage right now. It's definitely looking terrible. I'm a big fan of skill systems that kind of lean you in. I've always liked Elder Scrolls skill system. How through the usage of a skill you level it up rather than, you know, through going through actual level ups or skill points or anything like that. I don't know, it makes me feel more invested in my character. Like, if I know I've been walking around doing the last 5 or 6 dungeons, purposefully spamming firebolt at everything, even though it's inefficient, so that I can level it up and make it more powerful, it makes me feel more... I don't know. I guess it would be an argument between D&D type systems and systems that are not D&D. Because D&D works off a leveling system. Let's be honest, you level up and then spontaneously you just learn a whole bunch of new spells, even though you haven't spent any time studying or doing anything like that. I prefer to play things that are a little bit more in-depth RP, a little bit deeper RP. So I like it when your character has to invest time. Like, I'm a fan of the old D&D rules where when your character wants to level up, he's got to take 2 weeks off from leveling. I'm sorry, 2 weeks off from adventuring. He's got to go seek out masters and be trained. And, you know, he's got to find somebody to train and make him better at stuff. And it doesn't take any longer than just saying, all right, you level up. It really doesn't. That's the big path of resistance that I get from a lot of people. I'm like, oh, but that'll take too much time. I don't want to do it. It doesn't take that much more time. It's a hand-wavy thing. It's just, it's flavor. There we go. And I am going to require a huge amount of embers. Luckily, I have sticks out the wazoo right now, so who cares? I stick out my wazoo anyways, just because I have a nice wazoo and I want everybody in the neighborhood to know. It's one of the reasons I'm so popular in my neighborhood is my wazoo is always on display. And if there's one thing I know about the interwebs, it's that a little bit of wazoo showing is generally encouraged. Generally, gently, okay, not so gently. It's encouraged, though. Maybe. Glass furnace, keep that glass going. You're a glass furnace. No, I'm out of embers. Okay. Well, shit. My inventory is looking kind of full right now. I may just start putting stuff on the ground and picking it up when I need it. I've got the ash that I need in order to do some of the stuff that I need to do. We got 23 clay, 20 sand. So that's looking all right to me. We've got rocks right there. Don't think I'm going to use those now that I have a bow. It just seems inefficient. We'll take that. Milk is done on this side. Keep that moving. We have a number of milks right there. What does cheese do? 40 over 20. Butter from seeds. I didn't even know you could make sunflower seed butter. That's kind of an interesting thing I never thought about. I don't know what to say about that one. We've got our Scroogey. So there it is, Scroogey. Hopefully it's like a detachable tip or something, because if we made just a flathead, that's a little bit troublesome. I mean, what happens if we need a Phillips, you know? Data to feel. I definitely need some pocket lamps so that I can see better. I don't know if I equip those on my person or how that goes down, but I want it bad. I want it really, really bad. Give me some embers, and then we're done with our fried meat. So now we've got some serious healing items. I don't think there's any reason to carry around the rustules with me. I'll just throw them over there. I could probably spend some time building a bigger chest or something, but I'm lazy. I'm very, very lazy. So butter's still cooking right there. I wanted to get this little belt thing done. Yeah, make 2 of them? I don't know. I mean, that gives us 20 right there, and we put that in the use cell, so I assume they just burn off over time, and they give us a little bit of light so that we can see while we're running around at night and doing all kinds of crazy shit out there. I need more glass. And unfortunately, we are really kind of stuck waiting for shit to happen here. So what I'll do is I'm going to wait for the coal to get done, and we'll meet up on the opposite end of the tunnel. Alright, we're refueled a little bit. Oh my god, where did you come from? Why are you attacking my chicken, dude? You better back up off my chicken, son. You don't want to know me like that. I'll bring out the primitive gat, son. We'll unleash it. We say flip, flip, flip on a dude that tries to run on our neighborhood. This is my block. This is my coast right here. Sorry. There was a distraction. Welcome on back. I waited a little bit for some of the resources to get done. That coal cooker takes a little while. I'm going to need some more of those. Didn't realize that I was completely and totally out of coal before I started this project. And I think that's going to cause us a little bit of heartache. That's going to make us a little bit less resistant to fault. So we're trying to get a compass crafted. I've got pocket lamps, so that seems pretty cool. Oh, you like place them. Oh. That's interesting. So I just like put them all over the place? See, I had thought of it like it was the belt lantern or whatever from Dark Souls. That's what I was thinking it was going to do. Like I was going to affix it to my belt and turn it on, and then it was just going to provide me with light so long as I needed it. Unfortunately, I was misinformed about that situation, unfortunately. Do I have what it takes to do the next portal? I need 10 stone. Here, let's go place the portal then while we wait for all this other stuff to get done, because this is taking a while. I also need copper ingots from coins, so we'll do 2 of those. And by the time those get done, we will more than likely... I suppose I could take it eastward. Yeah, let's make like a little grid. And we'll just call them East 1, East 2, East 3 for how many diameters it's run. Given these circles, right, I guess it would be a radius if you use these as the centers. But... although that's kind of thick brush. It would take some work to get through there. I'm not saying I can't do it. I'm just saying that it's more work than I expected. There we go. Weave through some trees and see what we can see. We've got a couple of gobos back here. I'm okay with that because, frankly, I'm low on coins. So murdering these dudes is really of no concern to me right now. As long as it gets them out of the way and it fills my pockets with that nice jingly stuff. Oh well. That's the life of a goblin. You exist to be destroyed by me, your super awesome human master. Look at this hammer that I'm dropping upon your head. There is no oversight. No one's coming to save you. You're just getting hit with a hammer over and over and over again because you're ugly. Because you're ugly and you have batwing ears. So we're kind of down the beach right now. I wonder what kind of stone that is right there. Wonder if that's like some other strange type we haven't seen yet. Because I don't recall iron being that color. Interesting. I don't know what to say about that one. That's kind of a weird situation here. Give me a little bit of meat. That's right. Give me your meat. Let me have your meat that I might use it for some healing. Ooh, girl. Gotta give me that meat healing. Meat healing. Most people don't like my songs about meat healing. But I think there's a market out there somewhere. You know, we could slap that on an album cover, I think, and make it work. There we go. That one didn't turn and run quite as fast as I thought he was gonna. Let me get a little bit more health inside my system. Pick up a few more little bits and bobs. We found ourselves another beach. Oh, shit. This is not gonna play out well. Alright, well, let's minimize damage first. I mean, on the upshot, it's a good thing we're fighting a lot of meat-bearing animals. Because if we weren't, we wouldn't be replacing a lot of these supplies. I mean, we're going through meat at a really, really rapid rate, just trying to, like, stay on our feet or whatever. I suppose I could do the bread first since it gives better yields. Gets us healed up a tad better for what we're trying to do right now. But we are losing our daylight, and I am curious about what these little lanterns do, so let's have a look here. So do they last forever? Okay, well, I mean, it gives me light to see by, and I'm happy with that fact. So my name is Splattercat. We will explore to the east a little bit further, probably about where that fox is at, and we'll drop our first portal in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. This is Force of Nature. If you haven't had the chance, check it out down below in the description. Additionally, if you want to support what I do here on the channel, you like what I do, check out the Patreon, which I've got linked for you down below in the description, all right? All kinds of cool bonuses there. I will see you all later. Hi-do, everybody.